Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 15 of the Leetcode Daily Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's problem. Also, we have a weekly problem later today, so just saw that. Go and check that out. But before I start today, we have a lemonade change easy problem. Before I start, I want to tell you a funny gym story. But to set it up, maybe it's not that funny, so my apologies if it's not. Feel free to skip forward or watch on a speed. But I went to the gym today. One of the exercises that I do in the gym, I do a lot of strength training. That's my Wednesday. Is that I walk backwards. Why? Well, there's this YouTuber this is YouTube, so you may want into those videos. But basically, is walking backwards is good for your knees because it strengthens a lot of the muscles that are adjacent to the knee to kind of so that you have a better support system. I'm hand wavy a little bit, but that's generally the idea, like your quads and your glutes. So if you kind of like think about it, you push off, right? And I actually during the winter I actually do this outside because there's just in New York in the West Side Highway. There's just not as many people, so I don't run into people. But in the summer, you get funny looks, so I do it in the gym with the treadmill. Going to that though, today I definitely felt really hard. I usually jog backwards at about a 15-minute per mile pace backwards, and I don't know. I was just deep in thought for I don't know. I don't even remember what I was thinking about, but I kind of like slipped, like basically, pretend this is a treadmill, and I do it at an incline too. So I slipped, and then I just fell on my butt, and worse is that I fell on my butt, and then the treadmill was still going. So then I like kind of rolled a few times, and then rolled off the treadmill. And then I just kind of like got up with a goofy smile on my face because I was okay because I just landed on my butt, which is better than if you fell forward and like I don't know, a lot of different angles. But that's basically it. I don't know if it's that funny, but one thing I want to point out there though is that I know that I talk about my workout experience here a lot, and a lot of people ask me maybe not a lot. A few people ask me how did they get started in the gym. They worry about other people. They get worry about how they get looked at, right? And especially if you don't look like you're in shape or you're struggling with low weights or whatever. And honestly, okay, well, one guy on the machine almost hurt himself just like chuckling and just like laughing to himself really loud. And then he later said, gave me some props. But for the most part, there was a really packed gym and no one noticed. It was fine, and everyone was just kind of kept doing their stuff. So if that doesn't show you that when you're in the gym, no one really cares about you. Everyone's just doing their own thing, and that's it. I wish I had video on it, but who's going to record it, right? Like usually you don't expect to fall off the machine. So I did actually. I'm okay. So yeah, I got back up. I finished jogging backwards, this time more alertly and not, paying more attention. And and I was okay. So that's my gym story for today. Let's take a look at today's problem, 860 lemonade change. At a lemonade stand, each lemonade costs $5. Customers are standing in a queue to buy from you and order one at a time. In the order specified by bills, each customer will only buy one lemonade and will pay with either a $5, $10, or $20 bill. You must provide the correct change to each customer so that the net transaction is that the customer pays $5. Note that you do not have any change in hand at first. Given an integer array bills where both supplies the bill the if customer pays, return true if you can provide every customer the correct change or false otherwise. Okay. I think we have to be, this is an easy problem, they say, but you have to be careful because you have to give exact change, right? So you can't just subtract. What I mean is that, and I don't know if this is an example. I guess this is probably an example. So, but it is something that I think about. But I guess this is actually no, this is not good enough example. I think an example that I had in my mind is that let's say you have 5, you have 10, right? So then now for the 10, you give back the 5. So now you have 1. Oh no, I guess this is the example and example 2. Yeah, and then what I was going to say is that now you have $10. And then I guess this is example 2 where you have $20, but you don't have any 5s to give back to a 20. So that is the so that is the trickiest thing, right? Because you have $20 or you have at least $15, but you don't have the bills. So I think in the general case, this is probably, if I have to guess, like at least a DP, but probably exponential problem. It's definitely a very tricky problem. But for this one, there is a key observation. I mean, maybe you did it in a greedy way and don't realize it, but there is an observation, is that because everything costs $5, if you're given a 20, you always want to prioritize giving back a 10 and a 5. And if you can't do it, then you have to give 3 5s, which is fine because you have no choice, right? But and obviously, given a 10, you just give back a 5, right? So that part should be obvious. But this thing, this statement is not always true, right? So that's why you have to be careful. Is that, or at least if you generalize the bills used, it's not always true, right? So it's just that for this particular example, it is true that you always want to give back a 10. So if you are able to, so this allows you to do, funky things. But yeah. So let's and you may not think about it in a greedy way, but that's why I want to bring it up, is just because yeah, 20s don't matter. Yeah, I guess 20s don't matter, right? Because you never give it back. So yeah, I just want to point this out. That this is the inputs make it a special case that this works. This greedy-ish algorithm works, but you have to be careful because it does not generalize. But I think that's the key observation here, right? For bills, if bill is equal to 5, then we just add 1 to 5. If bill is equal to 10, if 5 is greater than 0, then 5 and 10's right? Else we return false. And then now if bill is equal to 20, just maybe this could be a switch statement, but yeah, so sorry, I'm getting distracted a little bit. So if bill is equal to 20, we just implement what we said, right? So if 10 is greater than 0, and of course you need a 5, right? So, I mean, these are all the cases. So then, yeah, and you don't care about the 20, though, at least in this problem. If you want to give me all the 20s you don't care about, I will take it. But yeah, and then continue, right? And then otherwise, if 5 is greater than or equal to 3, then we return 3 5s, and yeah, and then we continue. Otherwise, we just return false because that means that we don't have enough bills returned. And I think that should be good. Hopefully I didn't miss any cases, but yeah, I mean, well, yeah, so we'll see if I miss a case. And I haven't done this one before apparently, so that's exciting. Yes, no wrong answer. I don't know why this is so slow though, but did I do something funky? Why is this so slow? Seems okay. I don't know why this half a second seems I mean, maybe there are a lot of examples because I don't really do anything, right? I just have if statements on the for loop, so I don't know. I actually didn't even look at the constraints, to be honest. 10 to the 5th, I guess 10 to the 5th could be big, but either way, yeah. 5, 10, 20, and yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is linear time, constant space, and you don't have to care about the 20s. That's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. It's my first time doing it. Let's see what solution. I'm curious, right? Okay, so then, yeah. Okay, we don't have to really. I mean, basically, they said what I said. So yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Remember, there's a if you're a premium user, you have a weekly premium plan. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy, take good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.